Welcome back to Back 13, everyone. I just checked some of my old videos, and apparently, some part of my voice wasn't recorded at the beginning of the video. So it started with in the half way of saying the word welcome, or sometimes even the whole world doesn't exist. So I will give more buffer time and see how that will go. I really hate my voice, the recorded one, to hear it back. So it's kind of hard checking them out. I just took 10 minutes to edit and learn how to edit video the part 11 because I by mistake didn't stop recording. Or actually I did stop recording, but I started recording immediately and it didn't trigger as if it is a new video, and YouTube took it as a whole video, 2 parts. And I created a new video and it's under processing now. So I will cut the first part, the 1 hour, because it was kind of some of the stuff that I do while I'm not streaming. So I'm kind of a little bit exciting now because, to be honest, for a long time, and I didn't start the timer, I'm almost finished my 6 hours. And for the last month, I only done it once. I worked 6 hours, and it's hopefully I can keep up doing that tomorrow and after tomorrow. I'm trying to do 6 hours every day, and after that become a norm, I will try to make it 8 hours, and let's see how that will go. I usually jump immediately and do 8 hours every time I take a break or slow down in working because I don't have the drive to work anymore. And I found out after I finished the part, when I work on 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day, I burn out really bad and stop working completely for like 4 or 5 days, and sometimes even a week. And sometimes I get sick, and I don't want to do that. I'm trying to get the best way of practice to do the work. In my break time, when I exceed the break time more than 10 minutes, I stop the timer that count my time work. Here you can see I consider this yappering as time work actually. Whenever the second timer hit more than 10 minutes of a break, uh, will tell me when I will stop the video actually. Now I use that timer for two purposes. So what I was going to say, when my break take more than 10 minutes, I should start working immediately. But when I don't feel it, I just extend the break. And in that moment, I stop the timer, so I don't consider it time of the work. Only the 10 minutes between every hour, I consider it part of the work. Kind of weird system, but I just develop it over the time. I've been working alone here on this project more than 8 months. Around, give or take, 8, 9 months. And I'm developing my system slowly to make it better for myself so I don't feel guilty. In my unrecorded break, I just watched one of my favorite YouTubers, Jim Starling. It's kind of awkward to mention someone that's way much more famous than you. I mean, look at me at the bottom of the YouTube. I have 0 subscribed, 0 viewer. So I'm absolutely the perfect bottom, you know. And mentioning one of these giants tycoons on the platform, and he just made a video or uploaded a video about crunching in work, and he gave his opinion on that, and it's kind of interesting because I kind of wish if I can crunch, but yeah, I burn out really fast. So in the game industry or even the programming industry, they don't accept people like us who they don't accept people like us who burn out really fast. It's kind of a shame. So yeah, instead of wasting more time, let's go back to what we were doing. And in here, we need to add a new result object to the data structure that we made. First, we need to memorize and use the result animation whenever we change this one. So this one is equal to temp ap7. I need to move the keyboard a little bit. Action condition. Which one? The one that we are talking about. So instead of this, we can use the action condition that we are talking about. Temp action. And this one, we need to use animation condition of this guy text. Of course, we need to convert this into byte first, so let's do that. So what's the problem? Why not? That's weird. So I'm not sure why he's not happy with that. I fear it's another concern, actually. Oh wait, the result is result animation, and this guy is one side result animation. Give me a second, will ya? Yeah, we are targeting the wrong guy. Give me a second. So what is this? Animation condition. You return a result animation, and inside the result animation, it's actually one object, right? Yeah, it is one object, and this object is saved by the equipment set list. And then we take the side animation and give it this one. Yep. Couldn't make it easier than that. Yep. Please, if you followed the whole series of the 12th part, plus this one, plus the one next of this, because I don't think I'll finish this in 70 minutes. And you are familiar with my work, because I didn't make an introduction video yet on YouTube. There's several introduction videos on Live Code TV, but unfortunately managing the videos and the playlist is not that good in there. Maybe they fixed that when because the playlist was quite new a few months ago. Let's say 6 or 7 months ago. I'm not sure how long was it, but I was quite busy at that time, busy on that channel making videos. They introduced the view list and playlist, and you can manage your videos. but the system was still under testing, under construction, so it's gave me a heart attack trying to make it work. That's why actually one of the reasons I moved here. And I might move back if they made it better, but I don't know. If this thing works, I'll just stay here. I wish if I can stream on both sides easily without killing the internet or doing it correctly in the first place. But yeah, so if you know a better way of doing that, please let me know. I will hear it. Maybe not, but I will try, at least. So we have a reference now. Now we should load and yeah, let's do it instead of typing that to myself, because we know this guy, we should be able to fill the list easily. We should. Let's see. Let's take a look on that. So what did I do? Result APA. Let's see. List CP. Why CP in it? Remove that part. CB is a shortcut for combo box. Give me a second. Result APA, sorry. The shortcut for animation. How did I record the names of the animation here? Okay. One result animation. K value. What's the key for? I completely forgot. This is quite bad if you forgot. Oh no, it's sorry. It's the key itself. The value for the tag. So alright, whenever I select this should be refreshed, and whenever I click on this, we should add the selected one to the collection. So I want the temporary referencing. We need to check if the key exists or not, because dictionaries doesn't like that. I tapped something, but it wasn't in here. Alright. Focus a little bit, don't scoot up, don't scoot up. So if it contains what's in the combo box, we return and turn something to red to tell it, hey, this thing exists. Side position. I afraid I didn't put that um, hmm, as one of the condition. So let's turn the result list itself. Result APA list. Oh, it's smart enough to have to change it. Back color is red. And in here we turn it into white. I wonder if I considered an average programmer. To be honest, I have some doubt in myself because I programmed with a lot of people all my academic life. Twice in a bachelor, once in a master. And most of them were telling me, not horrible, but they were, yeah, weren't happy with my style. And they always critique it as a bad thing. But the beginners, the guys who doesn't know what's the public static void main mean, people who doesn't know what's the signature and how to make a function, see me as a wonderful guru or something. And I know that this is my feeling when I saw someone writing C out and print a sentence in C++. That's the same feeling actually. So I wonder, am I a good programmer? Am I an average programmer? At least an average. I would be happy with an average, to be honest. In the industry world, at least. I mean, I don't know how the industry code look like. I have seen a lot of GitHub code, and there are a lot of huge projects that have codes billions. I'm not kidding. Around a million line of code. A lot of classes and objects and structs and interfaces, packages inside packages inside the packages inside packages, and I cannot understand even how and what the hell is going on. I tried some abstract factory functions and packages. They are free online in open source libraries, and I cannot even grasp what the hell is going on. So and I've seen different codes. I've seen very wonderful and genius code. I've seen very horrible and unbelievable code. And I've seen... I never seen anyone write like me. That's a problem. That's why I cannot compare myself to others. Anyhow, let's focus on here. But this is one of the things that I always wonder about. Am I good enough? No. Yes, my son. You have been a coder of the great dark galaxy something. Alright. Stop it there. So we have the permission to add this idiot. So let's add this idiot. So we take this one. Actually take this one. And add this thing. And animation tag. And then we add the text in here inside the list. So, do I really want to test this? Dang it. Let's test this. Don't you love these moments? Yeah. So we need to regenerate all these datas, unfortunately, because I didn't make any save and load progress for these data. So I need to add all these data again and again and again every time I do a silly test. Thanks God the animated part and the animations are saved at least. It's the same issue I had when I was testing the prototype. There was a plink in here. Give me a second. Yeah, I forgot that this is a struct, and we need to reinitialize it in a way or another. And I don't want to reinitialize it in here. Let's reinitialize it. It needs to be reinitialized in a way or another. Let me think for a second about that. The thing is, the dictionary shouldn't reinitialize all the sides, except if you add a result in them. So maybe this is the best place to reinitialize them. So if this thing is null, reinitialize. Because I want the dictionary to be as small as possible. And we shouldn't add these values except when we create a game. Whenever we run the game, the first part of the initializing of the game, it should do this process when it loads the file. It shouldn't do that in the middle. So even though it accepts adding it in the middle, but I don't want that to happen. Actually, I can even add the support through my script, but this is not the whole point. But wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait. This one I wanted to reinitialize, not this one. Give me a second. Well, we can still live with that, but yeah. Yeah. Give me a second again. This one, my friend. Damn it. Yeah, this is the safest place for it, to be honest, because the user can try to add that without selecting an equipment, but it shouldn't do the thing except if you have an equipment too. Yeah. So in either cases, it only should be reinitialized when this thing is selected and when this thing is selected. So I can put the code, the condition in here and here, or even in here, but no, that won't work because deletion in this part is not that fun at all. Not that fun at all. Because if you delete one of these guys, that's alright, but when you delete these, all of these and these will be deleted. If you delete these, a lot of things in here will get screwed up. If you delete these, well, yeah. But the worst part, deleting these or changing these. Changing these won't be fun. Oh, changing these, the stats and or the state, sorry, the state and the actions is not funny. Deleting the whole AP is alright, but because the whole thing in here will get deleted. But yeah, let me think for a second. The safest way is to keep it there, but I'm worried about the binary number in here. I don't want to keep this one everywhere. I only want to keep the numbers that I'm using. And in here, when you select the side, it already selected this one as if it exists. I don't remember I add any key in there, did I? I don't remember I add the side. This is quite dangerous. Temp action condition, animation condition, commit set, side result animation. You see, that's the biggest issue actually. It returned null because this guy returned null. Not because it wasn't reinitialized. It's a bigger issue. So here what I will do. My dear viewer. Every time an AP will be selected, we will reinitialize all sides. Number one. This is number one. No, that doesn't work. Does it? No, it doesn't work. Because this thing is special for all the equipment set, which is special for all action conditions. So the only way you do that is to initialize them here. So every time I will select this one and it's selected successfully, we will reinitialize all sides. Number one. Number two, whenever I save the file or load the file, I will save all the sides again. But when I load them into the engine and start the game, no. I was going to say I will load only the ones that doesn't have null, but there will be another issue. On testing, and here I need to make a tester, and if there's no animation there, it should tell you it's null. So, yeah. Well, in here, it will check if it is empty, it doesn't have results, and that means null. So, man, talk about a headache. So I don't know if you are following or not, but if this guy is empty, then we need to reinitialize it. And the easiest way is to give it at least the side is selected. At least the side is selected. But there are two ways, as I said. Either to make a new byte for all of them, or only add the byte for the selected item. But at the end, if the user is just playing around and choose number 1, number 2, number 3 randomly, and didn't choose number 4, then we will have two types of data. One of them that have empty, and one of them have null. And you don't want to kill yourself by having two different types of empty, do you? So maybe it's easier to just reinitialize all of them. And this is one of the issue of having too much encapsulation. There you go. Oh wow, I recalled the word faster than 3 or 4 hours ago. I wonder why. So this is the issue that I was thinking about. So here we initialize a sucker, and for some reason he's not happy. Because my code was really horrible. Twice. So now we have all of them reinitialized. But let me be honest, I really don't want to save redundant data and all the size of all the thing, because for example, being idle animation, it should be only one face on, it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter on which face, it just, let me think for a second, what am I saying, because sometimes I embarrass myself. No, actually, most of the time, you need to make this the kind of data on all sides. I didn't make a way to say it doesn't matter what the side is, give it the same result. And maybe this is one of the things I can do later on in the future to compress the data and give it an option, and instead of saving the data in a dictionary of all sides, save it as one. So, but yeah, I want to cry sometime. I'm trying to be professional. Look at the mess that I'm doing. When we studied in software design on the design pattern, there's ways that you use different strategies, different code, different objects, different whatever, if you want to make things faster. And this is one of the things. If I want to make things faster sometimes, I might recreate another subclass for the animation, or this fiasco, this system, and make it all the things ignore these sides, to make similar objects for similar games. But you know what? I don't think these guys take a lot of memory. even if they have 8 sides, and you redundant the same number of booleans and dictionaries of 2 strings. I don't think it take too much size, especially it's just save a string, a reference to the animation. So I believe I'm killing my code to make it optimize more than what it's needed. So let's keep this one. I mean, just keep, yeah, just forget about optimizing it more than this. This doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So let's do the same test again and see if this will work. Because of the last changes of the system, one side dimension or one side animation doesn't make any sense now. Unless if the character walk in front of the screen like a dungeon game. That's the only way to make sense of out of it. That's mean the character or the weapon or whatever never changes direction. It only walk right. It will only work whatever. So this thing might doesn't make any sense. Unless if no, it doesn't make any sense. Unless if you want to make object and create an animated particle and treat it as an object on the background. That's the only way I can think about that. But why do you want to do that? That's the first question. So let's make a test. I need a diamond sword. Oh god. Yeah, I play Minecraft. I played it a lot actually. Not as much as other people, but I played it a lot. Big X. And it amazed me the amount of energy that people put to make these parodies and mods and everything. This is what? Accessory what? I forgot. I don't think it's a sword. It's one-hand weapon or two-hand weapon or whatever. Maybe tool? No, it doesn't. No, nope, nope. Armor. Right hand. Oh. See, my system is protecting me from my stupid actions. I must be selecting one of these if I want to add a type. Accepted type. Is it a null? Yep, it's a null a null reference problem again. So let's take a look on oh, it's actually the previous problem. Oh. Yeah. Oh. what went wrong? What went wrong? So this one have one action and one animation condition, and this animation condition have one equipment set, and other than the equipment set, it has the side result animation, and it has none. While I tried to add one, so we should be able to send the key and the value in here. So here, this guy have null one result animation. But didn't I say in here that you add the byte and the new result animation stuff? Where is it? Here. Yeah, I did. I did. Maybe it had, yeah, maybe it didn't get called. Just so I don't repeat the whole thing if it fails, I'll go here and click on add, select the hero, select world up, work up. Alright, just to make sure. So let's add symbols in here. That doesn't make freaking sense. Everything is an S. Everything is for sale. Everything is a freaking S. This one, I told myself I need to remove it for years, and it just... Hey, I didn't call that at all. 0. Can I continue without applying the code? Like break? I don't know why I cannot step over that. Yeah, I fear I need to do the whole thing again. So... everything is an A. Alright. I believe this one is an issue. You see, it seems one of them fail. and it just returned instead of, yeah, this one. I see. So this one wasn't selected, so it didn't reinitialize. That's mean. It didn't do the things in here because I cannot select this idiot without that idiot. So there's a way to go over that, is to call this function or to do the same thing in there. In here. So you see, this one must be selected, and this one must be selected to add the function. I need to visit the doctor or something to add to reinitialize to add the object to the dictionary. Thank you. The longest function name ever! Sorry, that was loud. So, what am I going to do? And wait. Sorry. Oh my god. We have another problem. If the object exists, it will screw up too. And we have a third problem. What if it did fail to reinitialize and we clicked on, yeah. God. There is a one, I believe, called try to add. No, there's someone there. So we need to check if it contains the key or not first. Only if it doesn't contain the key of I, we add the sucker. Yeah. Give me a second. Give me a freaking second. Gosh. What else? Yeah, I need to call this in both here and here. And let's give it a try. Moments like these make me wonder if whatever I'm doing is correct, morally, ethically. tastefully. I don't know. I start to say random things again. And I didn't remove all and rest too. Oh my god. And here where Ahmed completely lost hope in programming and humanities and everything in the world. Um oh 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 oh. Yeah, I need to try again. This is as one of my friends uh, told me once. It seems you use brutal force in programming more than critical thinking. To be honest, I lost all my thought at that moment, and I told him something random, like sometimes you don't have any other choice. I don't know. I forgot what I told him, but something was meaningless because he hit it on the nail. Sometimes you just, whenever I want to work and I just don't have the patience enough to figure out what's the source of the problem, I just keep hitting with a hammer. And this is not the best way to do it. This is not even a good way to do it. I mean, look at that. It didn't solve the problem. It didn't solve the problem at all. And I believe, I believe, know why. Nope, it should be cold. Should be cold. I'll take a deep breath. I completely forgot about this. And take 1 minute break. Then come back to this. And I'm not going to edit the video. It took me forever to remove 2 hours, remove an hour of a video from 2 hour one. And it's still processing, I believe. And I'm almost there, damn it. I'm almost there. Only 17 minutes left, and I want to finish this part today. 6 hours is good enough amount for me. At least while I'm in this condition. Still a little bit sick from the last time. And 6 hours is really good, and I want to do 6 hours a day. But I want to finish the part today too. So tomorrow I can start another part, but God. Adding another layer over a layer, another layer, and that's what you get. Stupid null references. You just, God, why? Well, you asked for it. You want a complicated system? Here you go, a complicated system. Work on it, sucker. Work on it. God. Alright. Hopefully I calm down a bit. Excuse me? Alright. Let's see what the fudge is going on. So we add the type, we add the equipment, we give it what types that it accepts, we add a state, and we add an action. You know what? Time's out. T, a big T, time out. Act 1, have to die. Act 1, have to die. Alright. Let's start over. Good. It hasn't been called. Holy crap, holy tomato, holy whatever. It hasn't been called at all. Like, it wasn't there. Wait a second. Hehe. It almost freaked me out. Eh? Excuse me. Get out. Okay. There was a region messed up in there. Now, this thing hasn't been called at all. Oh, okay. That's acceptable. That's acceptable because this thing is not selected. So let's select it. It should now work. Is this one selected? Yes. Is one selected? Yes. So the count is 0. Then it hasn't been reinitialized. So we take a byte and we count for 4 and we ask if this doesn't contain this part, it should add the part. So it should work 4 times. Number 1, and now it should have number 0, right? And it has the value, and it's not freaking null, and it have this value, and it's not freaking, wait a second. Oh yeah, this is the whole hierarchy of the stupid thing. Okay. He didn't show me only this part, he showed me the whole thing. Alright. So this thing should have two sides, 0 and 1. So it's working. So far it's freaking working. And then we pointed out this object to this object, right? Right? Please tell me it's right. Oh. 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 Alright. So this one from this one has been reinitialized, but not this one. Interesting. How can we do that? I wonder if I can reinitialize the ones inside here. In the declaration of this. Alright. At least we found out the problem. Actually, we can reinitialize it here. Give me a freaking second before I lose my mind. Don't give me that crap. Don't ever give me that crap. Cannot modify the return type, value of dictionary, because it's not a variable. What the hell does that mean? So we made a problem somewhere. This is a pointer. This is a pointer. No, this is not. Well, we just accessing the variable of this dictionary by using this one, and then this is the other dictionary, and maybe, yeah, so we're accessing this value in here. And for some reason, it's not happy with that. To be honest, even the way how it references the error is weird. So let me try to search it up. It seems it's a struct related problem. Oh yeah, I've been through this problem before. It's called mutable structs. And actually, if you watched part 11, I mean part 12, I was worried about this because actually I've been through this already. The problem is you cannot make a pointer of this idiot. So this idiot, let's point to the right guy. This idiot is a struct, and because he's a struct, you cannot do that. And that's why I couldn't reinitialize the whole point. You know, if you know the reason, it's just, yeah, 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 God. All of that because I tried to use a new thing. Yeah. Side result animation. Now these two have the same problem too. Yeah. Yeah, in the same way, reason why my point I turned into a class, not a stack too. Same reasons, all of them. You cannot use them as pointers. Yeah. It's kind of a little bit. Yeah. I'll keep saying that for 2 minutes and 50 seconds, I guess. I really don't want to take my video longer than an hour, but it's already been more than an hour. And I'm going to close really soon. So let's close it with a fast test. And I need to clean up some issues there and there without the stream out away from the camera. So let's make the last test in here and pray it won't screw up. It's funny, I have been through this problem before when I was dealing with the skill system and kind of forgot. So here you go. You cannot add two, and when you click on new ones you will see different kind of equipments, and different kind of equipments can have different kind of animations. We are almost done. We need, when we click on any of these, turn this thing into white. We need to save these values in here, and every time you click on the animation in here, on the equipment, it lists all the animations, and whenever you click on the animations you get the values of here and here, and every time you click on these it change the result animation too. So all kinds of changes in here. Actually, yeah, it only required animation. The conditions and equipment sets and equipment type are irrelevant to the side. But the sides have different animation here. So, and here we end part 13, I believe. Thank you for watching, if you ever watch, and see you in part 14, hopefully tomorrow. And maybe tonight if I have more energy. Thank you for watching.